What's up, you guys? This is IR Vibes, Info Entertainment Reviews. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Lots of love to everybody out there. And here we are with Earthquake 3D. And earlier, as I mentioned, over the last couple of days, the way how the seismic activity has been occurring between Fiji and then cutting through as well Solomon and Papua New Guinea. A 6.0 struck right on the money. So there's going to be quite a bit more to be picking up here in the next couple of days. As far as that 6.0 goes, I wouldn't put it past me if there are a couple of more. As far for California, along that whole west coast line, going past Washington and then cutting through Alaska. Alaska hasn't had a big quake for quite some time. The last biggest quake was over a 7 magnitude. But before we go any further, let's go ahead and get started. And this is 24 hours of earthquake activity. So earlier today I was trying to do an update. Then I had to do a little bit of modifications to the graphics card here. So what's crazy, because when you're running Windows 10, it's harder to get older drivers to work with that software, so you kind of got to go around and do your search. But thank goodness I know great places to go look, and I found them, so we're gravy. 6.0 magnitude earthquake. You guys take a look. I've been saying this over and over. If you go look at my past videos from last year and the year before, the way I go based on it, there's many great forecasters out there. Thanks to them getting the information out to everyone there. So thank you if you end up having to be watching my channel. Thank you for the support. Now anyway, every one of us have a certain eye when it comes to getting an idea when and where it's going to strike, what possibly the magnitude would be. The way I look at it, I've gotten used to a pattern. So that's where I'm at. So those of you who wonder, well, how does he do this? And he's only been doing this for the last couple of years. You don't have to be a scientist. You don't have to be none of that. You guys are just, sometimes you enjoy doing what you're doing, and it just, you pick up like that. Now that 6.0 definitely caused a domino effect. So since that had struck, bam, just recently, 5.1 magnitude earthquake, and this is just the beginning for the week to come. So we're sitting at a 5.1, which just recently struck in the same spot. But after that 6.0 hit, well, guess what? Bam, 4.7, 4.5. 2 more 4.7s, and then going farther west for 4 and a 4.7, and then wrapping around the rest of the tectonic plate system. Now it looks like going towards Italy, it looks like Italy is starting to get hit pretty well. We're going to go and take a little shortcut over there real quick before we hit the United States and see what's going on. But you guys, for the next couple of days, things have picked up remarkably way more before this 6.0 had struck. So if we have a 6.0 again in the next couple of days, or even a possible 7 magnitude, because it's pushing that level, this is a very weak tectonic plate system. It is highly possible. I'm not going to guarantee it. If you're trying to wonder, well, what percentage? Well, I'm going to give it about an 80% of that happening within the week. But like I said, you guys, I definitely don't say and give you information if I can't give you accurate info. And so again, like, being that I love doing what I do, just I picked up on it quick, and the way how I got it with this whole patterns, the way I've been watching for the last 3 years, that's how I look at it in my view, and works great for me. It just, I always know about when exactly and the possibility of what magnitude that earthquake's going to be. So maybe tomorrow it could be a 6.0. It could surprise us with a 7.0. It's been hit with a 7.7. It's been hit with a 7.9, basically an 8.0 magnitude. It's been hit with a few 7s since last year. So who knows? Mother Earth is definitely ticking up quite a bit some. And continuing on, take a look at New Zealand before we head up to the farther west. 4.6, another 4.6, 5.1, 4.3, and it's following that main plate, you guys. When and what happened to New Zealand? The first time they got hit with that big earthquake, I stayed on top of it day by day. And I told everybody, even some friends, and I let them know, this is going to be a continuous event constantly. And what happened? They had over, 2,000 earthquakes? I mean, it was just unbelievable, you guys. But again, that tectonic plate rips right down through the center of New Zealand. So Mother Earth is definitely providing way more activity. Of course, the West Coast is very active. But remember what I said before. It's highly possible that this could give something within here before the West Coast does. And if this does, we're going to be in a lot more trouble than what the mass effect would be if California was to rip apart. And the reason why I say that, because the strength, the power, the amount of earthquakes, these earthquakes that you're seeing right here, right now, is enough to cover up the whole United States. This is a big mass of land. You couldn't even fit all of these in Australia. And Australia is a very big country. Not many people ever look at it in that kind of point of view. But like I said, you guys, I always look deeper. I always think farther. And just, there's always that possibility. And the way it's headed, matter of fact, I'll show you real quick. So take a peek right about here. So look at that 5.1 magnitude. And then take a look at the West Coast. Now imagine that 5.1 hitting right there in the center. Caused a little bit of trouble, I believe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Would love to hear what you have to say. But you cannot fit all those quakes in the United States. So imagine if all those were to hit the way they've been hitting all through Papua New Guinea, Solomon Island, Indonesia, New Zealand, one after another, bam, bam, bam. If that was to hit the United States, the way it's hitting right there, we would start splitting apart. I guarantee it. Certainly not exaggerating on that one, you guys. And that's what's the creepy part, because if that was to give, it's going to shred all the way through that whole bottom sea ocean floor and head straight into that West Coast. Be beyond catastrophic. And that's what's creepy, because you have mass volcanic activity. Oh, and also, those who think that Yellowstone is the biggest super volcano, well, I got something that'll definitely make you be, what? Yellowstone is not the biggest super volcano. Yellowstone holds 40 or 46,000 kilometers of its main pocket of lava. Now this other super volcano, which is near Yellowstone and it goes out farther east, holds 106 or 160,000 kilometers. I just found this out just recently. Pretty spooky, you guys. I don't think we could afford a mass quake devastation nor a volcanic situation. Both are bad. And then here's another thing, because I know you guys haven't thought about this. You're all newer viewers, even my current ones. Those who watch me current, you guys already know, but I'm going to bring this up real quick. People do not realize that with all the live nuclear weapons, which are well over 60 plus thousand altogether, and who knows the ones that are not counted for and active, in a massive devastation from an earthquake, here's what you don't think about, and this is what's going to certainly send the rocket up through your head. Now, it is so highly possible, if that did occur and hit just the right area, it could trigger one to be set off. Now, I'm talking about a small one. Now imagine the ones that we have, other countries have. It's already, we got them with 10 warheads. There was another one, it's not talked about much, but there were rumors going around that there is one that has 15 warheads on just one nuclear missile. Pretty freaking ridiculous. There's enough nuclear ammo on this earth to disintegrate it. Like, why the hell did that have to be created? It's ridiculous, you guys. I know a lot of you are definitely with me on that. I just stop right there. But anyhow, yes, an earthquake with the right magnitude, say it was an 8.2, and for example struck somewhere in China and set off one of their missiles, well, guess what? It's going to set the next one and the next one, because when that one blows, the other ones are going to blow with it, and then it's just going to be a massive doozy effect globally. And that's one thing I worry about also, because it is highly possible. And not just the earthquakes, but as well for the super volcanoes. Because of the heat, all that lava, all it takes, you guys, there's most of the missiles, the nuclear bombs throughout the whole world are all active. Very few are not. And it doesn't take much to trigger one to be set off. Something I wanted to bring up, so those of you who do not know, well, you certainly know now. So, I know this is never talked about. I've checked out many other forecasters, different channels, and surprisingly, it kind of shocked me a little bit that, one, no one's mentioned that part of the topic, and two, either just no one has thought about it in that perspective, or don't think that it could happen. So, as far as that goes, let me know in those comments below, you guys. Tell me what you think about that movie. Now, to continue on, going towards Italy, just unbelievable. It just even though me knowing this and just bringing it up again, it does. It's like, it's spooky when you really start to imagine the possibilities. Now, continuing on throughout Indonesia and farther out, 4.7 magnitude, 4.8, 4.4, and continuing, you guys, take a look at this pattern, and bam, right there, here we are, 4.9, consider it a 5.0, 4.4, another 4.4, 4.5, 4.2, 4.5, in the next few days, no later within the week, this area, let me get right on it, but all within that whole range is definitely going to get lit up with more seismic activity. You could just see it right there. Since that 6.0 had hit, it sent that shock wave all the way through, and bam, look what's going on right now. So very active, you guys, compared to the last couple of days. 4.9 magnitude over here, and let's go take a peek out in the US and see what is happening there. Now, despite with the issue going on in California, Oregon, Washington, and of course you have Wyoming, it's a sleeping giant. And with what's going on here between Australia, all around that whole region, you guys, it looks like it's a ticking time bomb, man. I'm not kidding. It doesn't look pretty the way it's going. And ever since last year, the way how the activity had just quadrupled, it just may be that one mega quake to give within that whole area. Doesn't matter if it's Fiji, doesn't matter if it's New Zealand, Papua New Guinea, Solomon Island, Indonesia, Philippines. If it does, because of that mass amount of land, let me tell you, it's unimaginable. Hawaii hit with a 2.7 magnitude earthquake, and take a look right near Russia, 4.5, 4.0 in Alaska, and on top, one of another after another in the 3 and 2 magnitudes. And take a look, crossing from one end all the way to the other end, you guys. And here we go as we hit the west coast from Oregon, it looks like, and all the way up as far as Mexico. Take a look, 2.8, 2.6, 3.5, and it looks like underneath there about another 3.5 magnitude quake. Let's see, 2.5, excuse me. And welcoming Oklahoma as the usual, 2.6, 3.1, and Mexico getting hit with a 4.1, and afterwards with a 5.0 magnitude quake. I told you guys. So when I say, hey, this is possibly going to happen, because it is. You all know already. I definitely don't bring up anything if it's not going to be correct. 4.3, 4.3, another 4.3, continuing. This whole area in South America is getting bombarded all the way from Chile through Bolivia. Looks like Argentina is going to be getting a piece of that apple too. So you guys stay tuned in for tomorrow for another update here on IR Vibes. Much love. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And I'll see you guys later on. Don't forget, love, live, smile, heads up high, peak rounded. This is IR Vibes.